What's up, everybody? About a week ago, I made the decision to buy Death Stranding, and the intention behind this was to put in 10 hours. I feel like with a game like Death Stranding, it needs at least 10 hours before you can really make a judgment on whether or not the game has any redeeming qualities. I say the same for a game like The Witcher 3. Any kind of game that's that big, that massive, that much content, I feel like 10 hours before you really truly know. It's not a game you can just put an hour in and say, it's trash. There's too much to experience. So what really made me do it, I was playing the Destiny 2 DLC. And it's just bang, 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 bang. I was shooting everything in sight, and I'm playing it, and I'm falling asleep. I was like, this sucks. This sucks. Then I watched a video, The Decline in Gaming from the Act Man. And I said, you know what, man? I've ripped on Death Stranding. I've ripped on the game. I haven't even played it. And it's doing something completely and totally different. So you know what? Instead of just being closed-minded and say, I'm not even going to give the game a chance, let me try it. Because a lot of times playing is different than seeing. And from what I've seen of this game, it looks to be absolute trash. And I had, for those of you guys that follow me on Twitter, you know I've been calling the game trash since day one. I watched a 45-minute demo, looked like crap. I watched an hour stream of it. It looked absolutely terrible. So anyways, I said, let me make the decision. I'm just going to buy the game, put in 10 hours with the intent to be open-minded, but at the same time, I can't shake the voice in my head saying it'll at least make for an entertaining video. You can go on camera and just verbally obliterate this game and its fanboys. There's people saying this game's game of the year. I'm like, okay. But I need to have my facts in order first. I can't just make a video saying why it's trash and I haven't even played it or I put in an hour or two. So I play the game. And I don't end up putting in 10 hours. I end up putting in 43 hours in beating the game. Now, I'm not going to tell you it's a masterpiece. I'm not going to try to sell you the game because it's a really hard sell. But I am going to tell you this. It's a lot different playing than watching. Watching, I can't even watch my own game clips. I've recorded game clips and I'm like, why did you record that? I don't even know why. But playing is definitely different. No, first and foremost, the production quality is off the chain. The graphics, the facial animations, my goodness gracious, tip top. Graphically, this best looking game of 2019, easily. One of the best looking games I've ever seen. The environments are so damn beautiful. Well, they're empty. The environments are empty. Yeah, because there's been like a mass extinction. There's nothing left alive but a few humans. Okay? The world's empty for a reason. It goes with the game. Now, I think with the trailers, Kojima made them confusing on purpose. It's not as confusing as, it's not anywhere near as confusing as the trailers make out. I took some bullet points because there's so much in 43 hours. First and foremost, L2 and R2. I remember seeing the balance thing, L2 and R2. I remember thinking, what a joke. What a frustrating joke to have to keep your balance, L2 and R2. And in my head, I'm thinking it's like this huge activity, you know, this huge process where, you know, it's like people. It's literally left trigger, right trigger, balance, you know. It's aiming down sight, shooting, aiming down sight, shooting. There's nothing to it. There is nothing to it. I watched all this gameplay, people falling down. Oh, I can't even keep my balance. I can't believe this game. People, I fell down 7 times in 43 hours. 7 times. The game tells, I'm surprised it's 7. And the times I did fall were during bass bottles. Bass bottles. Idiot. Boss battles. And because you got to run, you got to sprint, you got a bunch of gear on your back, and I'm jumping and I'm forgetting about the L2 and the R2 because I'm trying to sort through my weapons and other shit like that, trying to plan my next move. So a lot of times I fell during the boss battles. But navigating the terrain and stuff like that, I didn't fall down. You're only going to fall down if you're an idiot. You got to play this game. You got to have an open mind. When I first start playing the game, I'm thinking to myself, God, I'm doing deliveries. How? How am I going to accept this for 10 hours? And I talked about this on Twitter very briefly. And I'm playing it, I can't shake it. It's like, dude, you're delivering packages. Seriously, you're going to do this for 10 hours for a video? Really? That's what you're going to do right now? And this song comes on. It's like perfect timing. I'm looking at I'm like, well, the graphics look really good. You know, I'm liking the way everything looks. I'm liking Sam's movement. And this song comes on. It says, "Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious." And it's like a nice song. I was like, you know what, man? Just let go. Just let it go and play the game and see what you think of it. That helped me right there. The song was perfect timing. The music in this game is 10 out of 10. Best soundtrack in a video game ever. Ever. I have I have like 10 songs on my phone lined up that I play on the way to work from Death Stranding. The music is that good. Low Roar, what an artist. I had no idea they even existed until I played this game. Awesome, awesome music, production quality through the roof. So here's the story. I'm going to be as brief as I can with this. There's been a mass extinction, okay? The babies, the BBs, that's what they call them, they're simply bridges between the spiritual world and our world. You got a bunch of spirits hanging around, and the baby will sense these for you because they will harm you. So the baby can see these spirits, and you, Sam Porter Bridges, you already have a special ability. You're a repatriate. And what that means in this game is that when you die, you can find your way back to your body, thus rendering you basically unkillable, which is okay because I think I died twice, and that's because the game pretty much made me die. I played on normal, I didn't play on hard. So the mass extinction, you got the BBs sensing this crap for you. What else do I got here? Timefall, the rain is timefall. Now what timefall is the rain ages everything around you. There's some weird shit. When you die, you go to a beach. Everybody's got a beach when they die. That's where you go. I guess that's where you spend eternity. I could have some of this shit wrong. There's a lot of weird shit too. You know what I mean? Like they talk about their ha and their ka, and they're like, yeah, it's Kojima. You played Metal Gear. You already know he's kind of weird. You got this lady, Leah Seydoux, I think is how you pronounce her name. This sucker's a bombshell. Her face, good God. I was like, wow. She's always eating these worms. It's like, oh, what are you doing? Anyways, they got like number 1 and number 2 grenades. Like number 1 is in like piss grenades. Number 2 is in shit grenades. There's some weird crap. It's not like an actual shit grenade. Well, it might be. They basically take some ingredients from your bowels and from your urine, and they make grenades because there's something about Sam, there's something about his blood, something about something inside of him that can harm these BTs. So at first you're using the baby to navigate through this terrain, and you're chucking these piss and shit grenades at these things. Sometimes they react, sometimes they don't react, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But as time goes on, as you deliver your little packages, don't think of it as delivering, think of it as connecting people. You have to connect the United States again. The United States is off the grid. You got to put it back on the grid with the chiral network. Basically, you got to go around giving everybody internet. And thus doing so, you connect them with thousands and thousands and thousands of years of new data. Old data and new data alike. And that'll make sense at the end of the game. Voice acting, it's okay. A lot of the game is gameplay. I was thinking it was be cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. It's gameplay. Gameplay, gameplay, gameplay. Delivering packages gameplay? There's so much more to it than just delivering packages. It's like a puzzle game. It's like a strategy game. It can be an action game. Not only are you pursued by BTs, you're pursued by mules. Mules are these guys that will try to hijack your packages. So you got these guys. You got the terrain in general. Some of the terrain can be very challenging. You got the BTs that will they'll suck you in and take you through a slip and slide, and then you got to fight some damn boss. There's all kinds of things you got to look out for. Last time I checked, FedEx doesn't have to worry about BTs or mules. You know what I mean? Or climbing up mountains and shimmying down mountains. So you got to navigate the terrain. You got to plot your routes. You got to pick the easiest path, the path of least resistance, or what you think is going to be the path of least resistance. Decide on 1 order, 2 orders, 3 orders, 4 orders, and how much cargo you got. You're going to get more points, unlock more shit, but at the same time, you're going to make it a lot harder on yourself. So these are decisions that you need to make. You got to decide what you're going to take with you. You're going to decide what do you really need. You got to organize your equipment. Or you know what? You can just let the game organize the equipment for you if you don't want to organize it. But if you do want to organize all your equipment, you have that option. You're constantly unlocking shit. Sam's agile as it is. He really is, man. It doesn't handicap the player. It's not like Resident Evil 2 where a key takes up a slot. Sam can carry some shit on him, and he can still move good. And when he does get bogged down, you can unlock exosuits. You got the all-terrain suit. You got the power suit. You got the speed suit, and the speed suit is awesome. Runs super fast, jump super far, super high. It's awesome. There is combat. It's pretty limited, as in the attacks, the melee attacks, standard 1, 2, and a kick. But it's satisfying. You got a bunch of different weapons. You got the sticky gun. You can suck the mule's gun from him. You suck his cargo from him. That makes him stumble. Pull out your bullet gun. Boom. Wrap him up. You can wrap him up. Then he goes down. You can sneak up. You can do sneak attacks with your little strand weapon. And that's why it looks so silly, the melee attack. You can't kill anybody in the game in 43 hours. You know how many people I killed? Nobody. I didn't kill any humans anyways. You do kill some people in certain scenes, but it's different. You're in a different realm. In the real world, you can't kill anybody because if you kill somebody, they go necro, and that necro means that there's going to be a mass explosion, and you can't do that. So you have to incinerate bodies. It all goes with the story. You got assault rifles, you got shotguns, you got grenade launchers, you got rocket launchers, you got the H grenades. God, there's so much shit to talk about. You're constantly unlocking new shit, making the game easier. And that's where the online aspect comes into play. What are we at? The online aspect comes into play because so many people build shit. Once you put a place online, then you can see all the other players and all the shit that they built, and you can build shit. You can build a bridge. You can build a road. You unlock vehicles, take the road, take the bridge, do zip lines. I loved the zip lines. I did a zip line all the way over a waterfall. I put the video up on Twitter. It's awesome. The scenery, when you do this, when you go through this terrain, this rough terrain, you make it to a spot, a song kicks on. The song's awesome, tip top. You get down there, then boom, you unlock all this shit, and then you got to go back through it with all your unlocks, with all your new abilities, and it's actually very, very satisfying. In fact, I'm going to tell you this, a lot of times when I got into combat, I didn't want to be in combat. I wanted to just keep navigating and delivering shit. It almost sounds like it's trolling. It almost sounds like I'm kidding, but I'm not. Sam has a charge attack. He has a dodge attack. So you can sit there, wait for the mule to swing at you. Boom, you can dodge left, right, back, forward. You can charge. Boom, stumbles the mules and then give them the 1, 2, 3. I like it, man. I really like the game. I think there's a lot to the game. And in order to experience it, you have to play it. You have to put in the time, and you have to be willing to take your time. This isn't a game you just fire up and just play for a couple minutes and turn it off. This is a game you have to invest yourself in. You have to invest yourself in the gameplay, invest yourself into the story. If you're going to play it and just try to dash everywhere and run everywhere, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You got to take your time. Enjoy the game. Kojima wanted you to feel like a part of this story, wanted you to feel like a part of this world. And the first 20 hours were really enjoyable. They really were. Then going toward the 30-hour mark, I got up in the mountains. Now that shit was very aggravating because that's a slog to get through because you're really slow up the mountain because of all the snow and everything like that. It looks cool, but it's very, very slow. Then you got to go back down. Some people won't accept the chiral network, so you can't have any of the builds or nothing like that. Go back down, go back up. And it's just like, all right, man, this shit's getting tedious. Then it opens back up. People accept the chiral network. You got access to all your online shit, all the bridges, the roads, the zip lines, the charging stations for your motorcycles and shit like that. So it's like, okay, it's getting good again. Then it goes into some boss battles toward the 40-hour mark, and then you think that the story ends. And the way the story wrapped, or how I thought it wrapped, I hated it. I was like, I cannot believe that's how they left me. And I was pretty pissed off about it. But that's not the end of the game when the credits start rolling. That's not the end. There's like another 2 hours. You make your last delivery. And I can't even explain it to you, man. It was just something super, super special about it. There's something special about the game. I'm not going to say the game's a 10 out of 10. It's not. It's an 8 out of 10 game. 8 out of 10 game, but it's like one of those games that you think about. I worked all weekend. I would have had this video out sooner. I was thinking about this game a lot throughout the weekend. And I'm looking at my game library and I'm like, I don't even feel like shooting shit. You know what I mean? And you guys, oh, it's repetitive. You deliver the... What game's not repetitive? I played The Division 2 for hours and hours. What am I doing in that game? Shoot, shoot, bang, bang, next play. Shoot, shoot, bang, bang, next play. Shoot, shoot, bang, bang. There's no strategy there. It's the same shit. You know? I got addicted to the gameplay loop. And in this, the gameplay loop is actually very enjoyable. It is. It's actually almost, dare I say it, relaxing. A lot of time I'm playing this game, I'm just relaxed, man. I think Kojima was like mountain climbing when he thought of this game. He was mountain climbing. He just had a kid. He had a piss poor delivery from Amazon that he was still pissed off about. They left it on his doorstep. The box was all messed up, and he just came up with these crazy ideas for this game. Said, you know what? How about I take a player on a journey where they just enjoy the world? I feel like they're connecting to people. I get what he was trying to do, and I really think if you are willing to open up your mind and put in the time, you will enjoy this game. I don't know what else to tell you, man. There's several instances I could tell you about, like when the mules were chasing me. I'd navigated all the way around this mountain. I'm in a slow-moving truck, and they'll throw shit at you that'll disable your truck. I put a bunch of my deliveries in the back, which was a risk. That was a risk. This is what I'm talking about. There's decisions to be made here on how you're going to get your shit from point A to point B. If they disable my truck, I'm going to have to let all that cargo go, or I'm going to have to kill all those guys. Not kill them, disable them. And that can be a pain in the ass if you don't have the right equipment. So boom, I'm running toward this mountain with dead ends, and then there's like a big crack, so I got to drive off one side onto the other. And I wasn't sure I was going to make it. I just barely made it, and it was super satisfying. The game's just full of shit like that, man. So I don't know what to tell you, man. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to sell the game to you, but at the same time I am trying to sell the game to you. Let me close out with this. If you're going to play it, take your time. And don't be so serious. Death Stranding, Game of the Year, 2019. No bullshit. Wow. You know what I mean? That's it.